Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the flyest vlogger on the planet. My name is Showtime the Czar. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great, positive, productive day as always. You know I got hip hop news, cultural updates, and everything like that for you guys today. But before we do any and all that, you know what you got to do. See that subscribe button on your screen right there. I need you to click that, turn that bell icon on so each and every time one of my videos drop, the content that I'm providing to you, you don't miss it. Let's get into it, y'all. Drop my intro. YouTube, what up, though? All right, y'all. So a lot of the stories I'm gonna talk to you guys about today are very redundant. I've talked about them a couple times, but the two stories I'm gonna get to later are responses to other stories, so that's why I'm talking about them. And then obviously the first one is Kanye West story, right? Because that's been everywhere. So let's jump right into that. Kanye West, we've all saw the backlash from his anti-Semitic comments. A lot of companies are cutting ties with him. You got Adidas, Balenciaga. I've seen a lot of athletes cutting ties with him. You know, Jaylen Brown, Aaron Donald said they don't want to work with him anymore for personal reasons, obviously, because that might affect them. There's a lot of backlash from that. I've seen a lot of people saying this is all part of Kanye's master plan. This is what he wanted. I'm gonna let y'all have that one. Now, I do want to say this though. Kanye West did apologize to the Jewish community. Here's what he said. Take a listen.
I apologize when I say I'm sorry to the Jewish people that I hurt. It's not about, like I said, I'm not going to hold this apology hostage, right? It's obviously it's about God, but God is everything, right? So what's the point of having language and being, you can't engineer if you say God, right? It's like, God asks us to be judgmental so that you become, if you're a doctor, right? It's your judgment that saves grandma, right? And God puts that in there. It's like we have God inside us. We're a piece of God also, right? So I'm going to go specific to a person. That story about Da Vinci alone is enough of a reason for me to give a sincere apology to the Jewish people, because I do believe.
Okay, so here's what I got to say about that. Here's what I got to say about the whole thing, actually. I just think, I don't know if Kanye West has a plan just yet. I feel like this all happened so fast that a lot of y'all are just like, oh, this is what he wanted. I don't think he wanted to lose everything or lose a lot of things, right? That Adidas deal was pretty big for him. I know he wanted out of it, but here is what I believe Sway was trying to tell him years ago. When you got all these, when you're partnering with all these companies, everybody got their hand in your pocket, and you don't have the creative control and the freedom that you believe you do. You can't, because it's not Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yeezy is his, but it's under Adidas. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, I think this is what Sway was trying to tell him all along. Like, bro, you got to do this yourself. You're Kanye West. You have your hand on the culture. Do it yourself. And I don't think Kanye West wanted to put up the money or wanted to do it like that because he wanted to be next to the big name guys like the Jordan brands and all that type of stuff. So this is the unfortunate part of so many businesses being able to have their name, had a hand in your pocket. What he said about the Jewish community, I feel like that was just out of anger. You know what I'm saying? And this is why he's apologizing, which I knew he was going to do, just because I don't think Kanye West is an evil person. I just think he's just angry and mixed up. You know what I'm saying? And he's hurt people. So all y'all, like, yeah, saying all this anti-Semitic stuff and, you know, hating on Jewish people out of nowhere, I just think, calm down. Kanye West was not telling y'all to hate Jewish people, you know, which is why he apologized. I don't believe that Kanye West is a hateful person. I just think he just made a lot of mistakes, and instead of him admitting to his faults, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he knew about what the Jewish community was doing when he was making these $1 million deals, but it wasn't hurting him, so he's like, I'm gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But now he sees that this is a problem, and now he wants to say, okay, well, I'm gonna speak it out, and I'm gonna make it better for my people. Kanye, if you want to make it better for black people, if you want to make it better for people all around the world, just do it yourself, bro. Just do it yourself. You have the money and the resources to build the things that you want to build, to put people in position that you want to be in these positions. You don't need people to help you do this. Like, even with him trying to do this social media thing with the parliament or whatever that is, you don't need them. You're going to go to the same situation. You don't need them. If you want to do your own social media thing, bro, come up with a Kanye West made social media platform. And just hope that, the followers that you got follow along with you. I wish the best for Kanye West. I hope we don't got to keep talking about the situation. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Alright, guys, on to the next subject here. So, Ashanti responded to Irv Gotti talking about the whole situation, his Drink Champs interview and the documentary. Here's what she said. Take a listen.
So another one of Irv's stories is about how, she didn't throw up the M's and she didn't want to be a part. She said she didn't want to be a part. I don't know. He never tells the full story. He never says why. You know what I mean?
So why?
Me and Nelly were dating. Irv was salty. Irv would not let me come to the studio to record. Irv was telling everyone not to record with me. Why do I want to stay in that situation? How can I stay in that situation? Mm-hmm. You know what he said to me?
What?
He said, nah. You want to be with Nelly? Go sign a dirty auntie. We don't want you.
Alright, so it's more to this. There was a lot that she said. But the reason I picked this clip here is because she talked about how this was not mentioned. Irv Gotti did not mention this part, right? She talked about him not wanting to have people work with her because she was dating Nelly, and then even tried to make her go sign with Nelly. Now, we all saw that he was a little jealous of the whole relationship. He broke down how he heard about the relationship via basketball and stuff like that. So here's what I want to say about the whole situation. I hate that Murder Inc., what they were, is being kind of tarnished based on the fact that they had a sexual relationship and it didn't work out. And that's another part in the video that she mentioned, was that she said one person thought it was one thing and the other person didn't, and then it just got jumbled up after that. So it sounds like, from what I could understand, they just had like a little casual sex relationship. You know what I'm saying? They were smashing, if you want to be blunt about it. And it just wasn't a full-blown intimate relationship. And, he just, maybe he wanted more and she didn't. And it sounds like that's what it was. And again, my whole thing is, bro, back in the day, in the 2000s, Murder Inc. was popping, okay? They had a lot of guys on their roster, and the whole culture, they had the culture. They was one of the top guys in the food chain. And I hate that when we talk about them, now we're talking about a failed relationship between Irv Gotti, or an imaginary relationship between Irv Gotti and Ashanti. Whatever it is, whatever the case may be, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? You had like Bad Boy back in the day. You had Murder Inc. You had No Limit. You know what I'm saying? Cash Money. These were big names in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And that was just to name a few of them. It was more than that. So the reason I'm bringing that up is to say, like, I don't like that when we talking about a pivotal time in the culture. Like, we not talking about the music. We talking about a relationship that didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's corny. Like, why are we talking about that? I want to know about, the stories, the intimate, not the intimate things, but the things that I want to hear something, that makes me inspired to go want to do music. I don't care about y'all relationship. Like, that's, it's okay to know. But, like, when we watch the NWA story, we watch BMF, you watch things like that, like the stuff about the women and the relationship, that's cool, bro, but that was not what we was really interested in listening to Murder Inc. for. It's like, y'all ruining the legacy talking about that. So that's just what I want to say about that. Like, I just hope that they can move past this at some point, because they do sound like Irv Gotti is still a little jealous about the whole situation, and I don't like that, man. Let's not ruin what Murder Inc. was, talking about a relationship that didn't work out, man. Let's talk about something that was involving the music and moving the culture. So that's just my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think about the whole, let me know what you guys think about Ashanti's response. Did you watch the whole interview on Angie Martinez's podcast? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All right, guys, and the last thing I want to discuss with you guys today before I get up out of here. So the baby sat down with Ebro in the morning, and he talked about the whole Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion situation, why he brought Tory Lanez out on stage, why he mentioned Megan Thee Stallion's name in his song. And here's what I want to say about that. Again, this is another redundant story because I talked about this stuff already. But I never got it from the opposing side, which is why I'm bringing it back up again. I think the baby just got to be a little bit more aware in them circumstances. Like, I understand that he was not trying to pick sides with the Meg and the Tory Lane. He was trying to stay neutral. And I feel him on that. But in a situation that could cost someone their life, not death, but more so jail, being Tory Lanez, if I'm him, I just probably would have not moved a certain... It's a catch-22, right? Because you don't want to lean like you're Meg Thee Stallion, pro Meg Thee Stallion, or pro Tory Lanez. What he's trying to do is stay neutral, and I feel him on that. It's just you don't want to teeter-tot. Like, I'm going to rock with you, then I'm going to rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to be more aware and probably move away from that. He said he had made the song with Tory Lanez way before, you know, the whole thing popped off with her and Meg, and he said he sat on the song for about a year, you know, and he can't keep sitting on the song. I understand all that. Business is business. I get all that. But for your sake, to keep you out of being literally in the middle, and then one person's pulling you and the other person's pulling you, you just gotta probably stay away from both of them. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't have put out no more music with Meg or Tory until that situation was resolved, because you're gonna look like the bad guy, and that's what happened right here. Because you and Meg had a great relationship and y'all had some hit records, it's gonna look like you being fake to Meg by working with Tory. You know what I'm saying? But you probably was rocking with Tory before you knew Meg. So it also gonna look like you being fake to Tory if you work with just Meg and not Tory. It's a catch-22 for you, my brother. So for me, if I was you, I probably would have just tried to find a way to be like, nah, I'm just not gonna mess with neither one of them situations. Mainly because I don't want to look like I don't want to have anything to do with this situation. I know that's tough being that you bought the business. But in that, bro, you can't let that business, you know, mess up your business because you lean in one way or another. That's just my thing. As far as him saying what he said about Meg and mentioning her name, I still think that was just whack on his part, man. It was just unnecessary. He could have just left that alone. Again, everything surrounding this whole situation is always going to make the baby look like the bad guy because he's in the middle. That's just how I feel about it. Let me know what you guys think about the baby's comments on Hot 97. You agree with it? Don't agree with it? What are you thinking? Let me know all that in the comments below. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.